The silent shift: why older American men are choosing to stay single. As men age, especially those between 55 and 75, their perspectives on relationships and companionship often evolve significantly. For a growing number of men in this age group, the choice to remain single has become more common. While every man's journey is unique, there are recurring themes and reasons that explain this decision. The factors influencing these choices are complex, ranging from past experiences and emotional scars to health concerns and shifting life priorities. 1. A clash of personalities: navigating the complexity of American women. For many older men, the modern dating scene presents a different set of challenges than they encountered in their youth. In today's world, American women, especially those in the same age group, are often more independent, assertive, and direct than men are accustomed to. While these traits are admirable, they can also be intimidating for men who grew up in a different social and cultural era where gender roles were more clearly defined. Men in their 50s, 60s, and 70s may find themselves feeling out of step with women who are more vocal about their opinions and more forthright in their expectations. These women have often spent decades developing careers, raising families, and managing their lives independently. For men who are not used to such assertiveness, these interactions can feel overwhelming or even confrontational, leading them to retreat from the dating world altogether. Moreover, older men often express that they are not looking for conflict or the potential emotional strain of navigating complex personalities. After years of working and building a life, many just want peace and simplicity. They have little patience for the dynamics of relationships that require navigating differing opinions or temperaments, especially when it comes to the bluntness and direct communication style of many modern women. For these men, the thought of engaging in emotionally charged or intense interactions is exhausting, leading them to opt for the quieter, more predictable life of being single. 2. The comfort of solitude: enjoying the peace of single life. For many older men, the idea of staying single is not just about avoiding the challenges of relationships, but about embracing the freedom and comfort that comes with solitude. After years of working, raising families, and navigating the ups and downs of life, many men reach a point where they are simply content with their own company. They enjoy the autonomy that comes with being single, the ability to watch what they want on TV, go to bed when they want, and live on their own terms without having to compromise or consider another person's needs. Pets, particularly dogs, often provide the companionship that these men need, offering loyalty and comfort without the emotional demands of a human relationship. The simplicity of single life is appealing to many men who feel that they have already experienced the highs and lows of relationships and are now ready for a quieter, more predictable existence. For these men, being single is not about loneliness or bitterness but about peace and contentment. They have built lives that suit them, and they are in no hurry to change that. 3. Limited dating options: geographic and social barriers. For men living in smaller towns or rural areas across the United States, the pool of available women may be very limited. These areas often lack the social opportunities or environments where older men might meet potential partners. Unlike urban areas, where there are more diverse activities, social clubs, and dating options, rural settings may leave men feeling isolated with fewer chances to engage with women who match their interests or values. Additionally, the women who are available may not align with what these men are seeking. Men in this age range often find themselves attracted to women outside of their immediate social or geographic circles, women who may not be interested in them due to age, lifestyle, or other factors. This mismatched set of expectations further discourages men from actively seeking relationships, reinforcing the notion that staying single might be the more comfortable and practical choice. 4. Financial independence: prioritizing stability and control. For many older men, particularly those between 55 and 75, financial independence is a significant factor in their decision to remain single. After spending decades building their savings and recovering from financial setbacks such as divorce or retirement planning, the thought of risking their hard-earned stability can be daunting. Past experiences with divorce often come with financial losses, including homes, pensions, or ongoing alimony payments. Men who have worked to rebuild their financial lives are often reluctant to re-enter a situation where their assets could be jeopardized. There is also the concern of inheriting a partner's debt, whether from credit cards, loans, or medical expenses, which could complicate their financial security. Additionally, financial independence allows these men the freedom to make their own choices, whether that's spending on hobbies, travel, or safeguarding a legacy for their children. Relationships, on the other hand, can bring expectations of shared financial responsibilities, which some men see as a burden they are no longer willing to take on. In short, financial stability offers older men control over their lives and a sense of security. For many, the peace of mind that comes from managing their own money without the risks or complications of a relationship is more valuable than the potential emotional benefits of companionship. These potential conflicts can make the option of staying single more appealing, as it allows them to avoid the stress and emotional challenges that often come with blending families. 5. Emotional wounds, the loss of confidence in dating. After years or even decades without dating, many older men find themselves unsure of how to navigate the modern dating landscape. The confidence they once had in their younger years may have faded, replaced by self-doubt and uncertainty. Social interactions, particularly with women, can feel unfamiliar or awkward after a long period of being out of practice. For these men, the fear of rejection or the possibility of embarrassing themselves can be enough to keep them from even attempting to date. They may feel out of touch with the norms of modern dating, unsure of how to approach a potential partner or how to communicate effectively in a romantic context. This lack of confidence is often compounded by the fear of being judged for their age, appearance, or lifestyle. The anxiety surrounding dating and social interactions is not limited to romantic relationships. Many older men also struggle with socializing in general, feeling disconnected from their peers or unsure of how to engage in meaningful conversations. The longer they go without practice, the more difficult it becomes to re-enter the dating world, creating a cycle of isolation that is hard to break. 6. Health challenges, the impact of aging on relationships. As men age, their health naturally declines, and this can have a profound effect on their desire and ability to engage in romantic relationships. Many men in their 60s and 70s deal with chronic health issues such as diabetes, heart disease, or mobility limitations. These conditions not only affect their physical well-being but also their confidence and self-esteem. Men who struggle with their health may feel unattractive or incapable of maintaining a relationship, especially if they perceive themselves as a burden to their partner. In addition to physical health, many older men experience a decline in their libido or sexual interest. While sexual desire remains important for some, for many men in this age group, it simply becomes less of a priority. This shift can be due to hormonal changes, medication side effects, or the natural aging process. Without the same drive for physical intimacy, the motivation to pursue a romantic relationship diminishes. Many men find that they are content with companionship in other forms, such as friendships or the company of a pet, without the pressures or expectations that come with a romantic relationship. For some men, the idea of maintaining a relationship while dealing with ongoing health concerns feels like too much to handle. They may prefer to focus on managing their own health and maintaining their independence rather than introducing the complications of a romantic partner into their lives. 7. Family dynamics, the complications of stepchildren. For older men, particularly those in their late 50s to 70s, dating often means navigating not just a new partner but also their partner's family. Many women in this age group have adult children or teenagers, and integrating into a family dynamic where children are already grown can be challenging. These children, especially if they are still living at home, may be resistant to the idea of their mother dating someone new, particularly if that person is seen as an outsider or a potential threat to the family's established routines. The potential for conflict with stepchildren adds another layer of complexity to relationships. For men who are already emotionally cautious or uncertain about stepping into a new relationship, the prospect of dealing with resistant or unwelcoming children can be a deal-breaker. They may feel unwelcome or out of place in their partner's home, which can create tension and discomfort. In addition, these children may have their own financial needs or emotional issues, which can further complicate the relationship. Men who have already raised their own children or who are not interested in taking on the responsibilities of a stepfather may find the dynamics overwhelming. The desire to avoid these complications can be a significant factor in their decision to remain single. 8. Painful past relationships, the lingering impact of divorce. Divorce is often a significant turning point for men, especially when it occurs later in life. Many older men who have gone through painful divorces carry emotional and financial scars that deeply affect their outlook on future relationships. These divorces often come with severe financial consequences, such as losing a house, paying alimony, or watching a pension dwindle. For men who have worked hard to build their financial security, these losses can feel like a betrayal of trust and stability. The emotional toll of losing a long-term partner, combined with the financial burden, can leave men wary of re-entering the dating scene. Divorce isn't just about losing a partner, it's often about losing a sense of identity, especially for men who define much of their self-worth through their roles as husbands and providers. After such a traumatic event, the idea of risking another emotional or financial loss can be too daunting, leading many to conclude that they are better off alone. 9. Considering the future, the potential loneliness of old age. While many men are content with their single lives, there is also the reality of aging to consider. As they grow older, the possibility of facing health challenges or mobility issues becomes more likely. Men who are currently self-sufficient may find themselves needing help in the future, whether that's with daily tasks, managing medications, or simply having someone to share their life with. The prospect of being completely alone in old age can be daunting, even for those who are currently content with their solitude. While they may not feel the need for a romantic relationship now, the thought of facing the later stages of life without a partner can lead some men to reconsider their stance on relationships. The companionship and support that a partner provides can become increasingly important as physical and emotional needs change with age. For some men, this realization comes too late, leaving them isolated and without the social or emotional connections they once took for granted. It's a difficult balance, maintaining the independence and peace that comes with being single, while also acknowledging the potential need for companionship and support in the future. 10. Cultural shifts, redefining masculinity and emotional expression. Over the years, the traditional expectations of masculinity have evolved significantly. Many older men were raised in environments where they were encouraged to hide their emotions, maintain strong, stoic facades, and avoid vulnerability. However, today's society places more emphasis on emotional openness and self-expression, especially in romantic relationships. For some men, this shift feels uncomfortable and even alienating. They may find it difficult to embrace the emotional depth that modern relationships often demand, particularly after spending decades suppressing their feelings or viewing vulnerability as a weakness. As a result, many older men opt for the emotional simplicity of solitude, where they don't feel pressured to confront or express emotions they aren't comfortable with. The cultural expectation to open up and be more emotionally available can feel overwhelming for those who are used to keeping their inner lives private. 11. Fear of starting over, the difficulty of building new connections. For many older men, the idea of starting over in a relationship later in life can be daunting. Having experienced the ups and downs of marriage or long-term relationships, the thought of learning to trust again, navigating new emotional landscapes, and adjusting to another person's habits and personality can feel like an insurmountable challenge. They may already have a well-established routine and lifestyle, and the thought of adding someone new to the mix seems like too much of a disruption. Additionally, after years of being independent, the prospect of adjusting to someone else's preferences, routines, and emotional needs can feel like an exhausting and unnecessary endeavor. Many men decide that staying single is a simpler, less stressful alternative, allowing them to maintain control over their lives without the complications of starting over in the complex world of modern dating. Conclusion. The reasons why older men in the United States are choosing to stay single are varied and complex. From the emotional scars of past relationships to the practical realities of health and aging, these men are making choices that reflect their experiences and priorities. While many find peace and contentment in solitude, others may eventually reconsider their stance as they confront the challenges of aging alone. Each man's journey is unique, but the common thread is a desire for simplicity, independence, and control over their own lives. Thank you for watching the entire video. If you find these stories inspiring and motivating, please comment. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time.